That's a little too much, don't you think?
I say we keep this party going.
When you think of fast food, does your brain automatically think of plain old burgers and fries? Well, somewhere along the line, people realized that fast food could go way beyond plain and simple, and we're sure happy they did. Here are the 10 most over-the-top fast food menu items ever. Hot dog bites pizza, Pizza Hut.
Is Pizza Hut that great?
Of course, most of us have heard of plain old stuffed crust pizza, but have you ever thought about what would make it even better? Crust stuffed with hot dogs, obviously. This is exactly what Pizza Hut thought when they created their Hot Dog Bites pizza. This ultimate fusion menu item was a rich blend of traditional Italian cuisine and the classic street meat of New York. So instead of a crust oozing with cheesy goodness, they stuff it full of hot dog blobs that are definitely more exciting than they sound.
Finally, some excitement!
Hot Dog Bites pizzas were surrounded with a ring of 28 mini hot dogs and were served with a side of mustard, because ketchup just wasn't quite right for this one. Though it debuted internationally in 2012, Pizza Hut took their sweet and salty time, letting Americans drool while waiting for it. When it was finally introduced in 2015, it came with a choice between two kinds of hot dog crust, because everyone knows that options make everything better. Alas, this menu item did not last forever, but at least it was delicious while it did. The Ice Cream Brrrger, Carl's Jr.
Welcome to Carl's Jr.
A few years after the Orange County housewives waltzed onto the scene, the OC decided to make headlines again by being the debut location for this cannot-fail menu item. Well, technically it could fail, because it did, but seriously, their team gets mad props for naming this one the Brrrger from Carl's Jr. The Brrrger was created to be the perfect finale to your meal, because once you've had one burger, the next thing on the top of your mind is most definitely to have another. Dessert is an essential part of every meal, after all.
And that's great.
Featuring sugar cookie buns and a delectable chocolate ice cream center, this ice cream sandwich was most definitely one of a kind. Oh, and of course, there were the imperative squirts of green, red, and yellow icing. This detail made the Brrrger a sight to behold, because a burger isn't complete without lettuce, ketchup, and cheese. Alas, this menu item did not remain on the menu, but Carl's Jr. did eventually add other ice cream sandwich variations to their menu. Nothing could compete with the sheer brilliance of the Brrrger, though. This frozen treat was just impossible to beat. Triplelupa, Taco Bell.
You want to do something fun? You want to go to Taco Bell?
Are you the worst at making decisions, especially when it comes to delicious food? Taco Bell designed the Triplelupa specifically for people like you. Now you can order one item but get three, or get three in one, however you'd like to say it. To understand how mind-blowing this is, first you must understand the icon it's based on, which is the chalupa. A chalupa is a twist on a taco that basically has taco fillings, but the shell is like a fried, thick corn tortilla. This may sound like heaven all on its own, but the true glory of this dish is the array of topping options. And thus beginneth el problema.
We got a problem.
How are you supposed to choose when every option is the right option? In order for there to be a best option, one of the options must be sub-perfection. The Triplelupa will answer all of your prayers. It features 3 tear-apart sections with different toppings, the indecisive human's dream. This epic feast will allow your brain to rest easy, if you can decide which part to eat first, though the Tums might be slightly more necessary than usual. Oh yeah, this one's discontinued too. But maybe if we wish really hard, the taco gods will have pity on us and bring it back to life. Glazed bacon and egg sandwich, Dunkin' Donuts.
That's good for $5 at Dunkin' Donuts. Any Dunkin' Donuts.
If you're one of those people who can't decide between sweet and salty in the morning, your prayers were finally answered with this one, the glazed bacon and egg sandwich from Dunkin' Donuts. Too bad it's discontinued, like many other items on this list. Sadly, it was the victim of a slight identity crisis. This confusion on a bun is a classic bacon and egg breakfast sandwich delivered within a blanket of donut?
something new.
Because the average breakfast sandwich eater was desperate for new ways to get their fingers sticky on their morning commute. The only thing missing in this sandwich is cheese. Why do you deprive us of our morning cheese, Dunkin? Cheese is the essence of life, and it really shouldn't be voluntarily left out of one's morning ritual. Perhaps this was the ultimate reason for the downfall of this crazy creation. No cheese. The Halloween Whopper, Burger King.
Oh, well, you sure made a Whopper this time!
Though it was first seen in Japan, eventually Americans had the pleasure of trying it too. Unfortunately, they were so popular they often sold out. These burgers featured a jet black bun which had an astonishing side effect. It turned the eater's poop green, and sometimes blue, and sometimes for multiple days at that. Now that's just the gift that keeps on giving. But wait a minute, how do we really know that this happened and it's not just some internet lie? People love making up radical stories for attention.
Believe the hype.
Well, the thing is, pictures don't lie, and thankfully, this all happened in the era of social media, a time when people just love to share candid photos of their humdrum lives. So obviously, #GreenPoop started trending on Twitter. Who could resist sharing a picture of their bright green poop for all the internet to see? Sadly, this menu item has also been discontinued, but who knows if that was a wise choice? Because really, there's no such thing as bad publicity, and once you're trending on Twitter, you know you've got a hit on your hands. The Double Down Burger, KFC.
You're gonna have to double down.
If you're counting carbs, you may be looking for burger options that don't have those pesky buns. For that, KFC created the Double Down Burger, though they did kind of miss the memo that deep-fried chicken may still be carb-loaded. KFC's Double Down Burger boasts 2 crispy chicken fillets stuffed with Monterey Jack cheese and, of course, bacon. Since obviously you can't load a chicken bun with more chicken, it was initially released as a limited-time offer, but it was extended because it was just that good.
It was great.
Though buns are a convenient vessel for meat and cheese, they certainly don't have to be the only option. Thanks to KFC, a bun has now officially been demoted to the lowest, most generic form of meat carrier. But wait, it gets better. It's time to grab those napkins from the back seat because this one actually still exists. Well, sort of. It comes and goes. KFC likes to bring it back occasionally to brag about how they can make it, but prefer not to. It's like a little carrot on a string, but with bacon, cheese, and deep-fried chicken instead. Fried cheese melt sandwich, Denny's.
See you at Denny's?
Denny's is for winners.
Denny's is famous for having a wide array of classics on their menu, but sometimes they like to try and revolutionize those classics. And it's hard to think of a more significant classic to modernize than the grilled cheese sandwich. Denny's knew that just adding a sauce to the sandwich wasn't going to cut it. This had been tried before, and though it's tasty, it certainly wouldn't blow anyone's mind. They knew that to truly reinvent the grilled cheese, they had to go deep. Changing the inside of a grilled cheese sandwich was a risky move, but somebody had to do it.
I took the chance.
They didn't want to ruin its simplicity by adding vegetables or something healthy or colorful, though. No, the best thing to do is add more cheese and deep fry it. If you're going to revolutionize a grilled cheese sandwich, this is undoubtedly the best option. Denny's fried cheese melt sandwich had crispy, buttery sourdough sides fused together by gooey, cheesy goodness, of course, and had 4 crispy mozzarella sticks in the center. Now that's what you call the ultimate grilled cheese sandwich. Denny's eventually got tired of making them, however, and silently removed them from the menu. Fritos Pie Pizza, Little Caesars.
Munch a bunch of Fritos!
One night, Little Caesar was sitting on his rock and he heard this faraway plea, "I wish I may, I wish I might, please grant me Fritos on my pizza tonight." Of course, it might have just been a dream, but maybe it wasn't. Perhaps a revolution was just what the plebeians wanted. Stand aside, Italy. It's time for Mexico to have its moment in the melted, cheesy sun. Little Caesar's Fritos Pie Pizza is topped with all of the taco-y Tex-Mex goodness you could hope for on a pizza and is undoubtedly a sizzling delight to the senses.
Yummy!
The best part about this pizza, though, is the fact that Little Caesars itself isn't 1000% confident that you'll love the idea either. How can you tell? The Fritos are given to you in a bag, and you're expected to put them on the pizza yourself. It's like an apology before you even try it. They claim the process prevents the chips from getting soggy on the warm pizza, but is it really? The chips are definitely supposed to go on the pizza, though, so don't just devour them on the side. Emperors get mad when you don't follow orders, and there may be consequences if you don't. Burger dippers, Jack in the Box.
I love Jack in the Box.
For anyone who can never decide between burgers and fries, even though enjoying both is always an option, Jack in the Box created the perfect food for you, burger dippers. Basically, they are chicken fingers, but with the added flair of hamburgers. And not just hamburgers, but cheeseburgers. Instead of eating your burgers in an old-fashioned, boring bun, this crazy menu item lets you shove them in your mouth as quickly and conveniently as fries. Having your burgers delivered to you in bite-sized, deep-fried vessels is undoubtedly the most demure way to consume them.
Quiet and demure.
They have both style and function, and would surely win a Zoolander-style runway battle. Or, help you survive a lunch date with Grandma, as long as you don't eat them with your fingers. This concept is perfect for the Gen Zer who craves efficiency and just doesn't have time to deal with multiple items on their plate. It also keeps your fingers free for endless scrolling. Ideal? Most definitely. But seriously, who's going to complain about deep-fried anything? It's too bad this menu item was discontinued, but you never know, burger dippers could one day make a comeback. Bacon Sundae, Burger King.
Do I smell bacon?
Oh, I was a little gassy, a little much.
Once upon a time, there was a wise guru named Homer Simpson. Along with teaching us countless lessons about family and career growth, he also introduced the world to the idea of bacon and chocolate. This was revolutionary. Bacon is delicious, and so is chocolate. There's no reason why they couldn't be glorious when consumed simultaneously. For some odd reason, people had never thought of this pairing. Since it was featured on TV, however, the world knew it must be a great idea. And a great idea it was.
Absolutely.
Bacon and chocolate quickly made the rounds of foodie fanfare and eventually graduated to the next level, fast food. And thus, the Bacon Sundae was born. Burger King's Bacon Sundae had a creamy, soft-serve vanilla base with chocolate and caramel drizzle, and, of course, bacon. Who could forget the bacon? Because when you think of ice cream and chocolate, bacon is most definitely the next thing that comes to mind, no? Though it may sound kind of weird, don't knock it till you try it. Oh, wait, you can't try it because this one's also discontinued. But to be fair, you can always just bring your own bacon. Don't mind if we do. Hungry for more? Just tap or click another video. First time here? Then leave us a comment, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell.